a person who has placed their vehicle into the ditch. It sounds like passerby called in and they made contact with this person. And the person is what they describe as intoxicated. So we're headed there right now. We don't want him to find a way out of the ditch and getting into a crash with somebody who also is on the roadway.
Drunk driving accidents account for 1/4 of all traffic deaths in Alaska. So Trooper Wolf is desperate to prevent another statistic. Racing 40 miles to the wrecked truck's last recorded location.
Should be coming up here pretty soon.
But as he closes in,
27, taking a second report. The complainant is saying that she sees the male stumbling on the road, walking away from the spur.
10-4, can you 10-9, 10-1? Alright, so looks like our driver left the vehicle. It being the second call, because they feel like this guy's too intoxicated to operate a motor vehicle, is the next street for my GPS. And I found the truck. That's pretty obvious. 27, 23 at the truck. We're gonna double check and make sure nobody's in this quick. All right, so bunch of beer in the front seat, so we're gonna go see if we can find this guy. 27, continuing down. Usually that's a clue when there's alcohol and your truck is in the ditch. Hold on, 27.
27.
Do we have a clothing description?
Reported to be possibly wearing a baseball cap, very dirty clothes. He was described as a mountain man.
10-4. So, dirty, possible baseball cap. Oh man. Let's see if we can catch up to him before he ducks into a residence where we can't find him.
it's been half an hour since the wreck was reported, so the man could be anywhere.
Trail, nothing. Down here. He might be going to like the nearest possible residence. Most people take rights, so we're gonna try to take a right.
Trooper Wolf must rely on his instincts and training and hope for a little luck.
Oh, snap. 27, 10-6 with the mail on it. State troopers.
Well,
You okay?
yeah.
Well,
No, actually I'm not.
okay. So let's go back towards my car here. I'll get you some bug spray.
I have no interest in talking with you.
Okay. Why don't we go back and talk near my car? Alright, come on. Keep going.
No,
Let's go.
Mr.
Just keep walking.
Mr. Wolf.
See how much nicer it is out here with the breeze?
No, it's not nice.
Okay, hold on to that.
Would you stop that?
I gotta make sure you don't have any weapons on you.
I have no weapon.
He was pretty inebriated. He had a hard time standing up, and his speech was very slurred. Okay. Go ahead and turn around. Just sit on the car.
I don't.
Okay, I don't want you to fall over. Just sit on the car.
I have no desire.
I know. 27, I'm in contact. ADL 2. Why don't you start medics? You got a pretty big bump there on your noggin.
Well, I have a number of mosquito bites. What did I do?
We had multiple people say you were in a crash when you walked down here.
I was not in a crash.
Okay.
It was my truck.
So what happened to make the truck go down into the ditch?
Apparently, the truck didn't make the turn.
You're saying you were in the passenger seat or the middle seat?
No,
Or...
I'm not suggesting anything.
Okay. Who else was in the truck with you?
What's to suggest that I was in the truck?
You told me you were.
No, I didn't.
You said the truck didn't make the turn and you were coming from the truck.
That's what I said.
Yeah.
But nobody saw me driving the truck.
So if you weren't driving, you got to tell me who was.
No, I don't.
The man won't talk, so Wolf moves on to field sobriety tests.
Can you throw your hands on your side? I need you to follow my finger with your eyes and your eyes only. Can you see the tip of my finger?
I am not going to do this.
Okay, so you don't want to do any tests right now?
What is the point? I'm not going to drive.
But you were driving.
Nobody saw me driving. You did not see me driving. I was walking to my home.
Okay, finish your drags there.
Trooper Wolf's heard enough.
I'm gonna throw the handcuffs in the front. You okay with that?
What?
He detains the man on suspicion of driving under the influence
We're gonna go right in here.
and returns him to the scene of the crime.
We got car keys, so we're gonna go back and see if they fit the car. 27, 10-8 with my 10-8, 10-19 back to the vehicle. So it's locked right now. That unlocked it. Yep, all right. The keys in his pocket started the truck, so he's going to deal with the consequences. I'm going to place you under arrest for DUI.
For what?
Because you're too intoxicated to drive. You even know it yourself.
Damn.
All right.
If convicted, the man faces a minimum 72 hours in jail, $1,500 in fines, and 90 days suspended license.
It's his vehicle. The keys in his pocket not only unlocked the door, but started the truck. Just thankful that nobody got injured. He's okay, which is great, but we got to keep people accountable for their actions. All right, we're going over the little white car.
540 miles north in Fairbanks.
Fairbanks 36.
Trooper Kamal Lay prepares for one of the year's busiest patrol shifts.
Today is 4th of July, and there's 4 of us working. I expect it to be pretty busy today. Just coming into work, you know, there's a lot of cars on the road. You know, we're probably going to get our basic, a lot of drinking, a lot of DUIs, and a lot of parties.
But his first call is anything but usual.
36, 1019 to Street. Report of a rabbit or hare that's been hit by a car. And see if the hare is aggressive. We've received 3 calls from this gentleman.
10-4 to 19. This is pretty unusual. We get calls about moose and larger animals. This will be the first about a rabbit that is aggressive. The person who called us has called us about 3 times, so he's definitely concerned, and we'll see what's going on here. Guess you never know. Fairbanks 36, 423 the area. Did you call about a What's going on?
When I came in a minute ago and dropped my son off, there was a rabbit sitting out here at this abandoned house right up the road. In the middle of the road, and its whole left rear leg looked like it had been chewed on. And
Okay.
it wasn't moving. Of course, it's taken me 20 minutes to find somebody to deal with this rabbit. And I'll be honest with you, I
Yeah.
would shoot it, but I'm not willing to waste my 22 ammo on it. It's too hard to come by. I just don't want somebody getting bit by the thing. Was sitting in the middle of the road right here, not actually leaving. It was manged and it was pretty,
Pretty in rough shape, huh?
yeah. And it's a wild rabbit, it's not even domesticated. Nobody will deal with the thing. And he shouldn't have gotten very far.
Right.
But their four-legged suspect is nowhere to be found.
To be honest with you, as long as he's out of the road, that's all I care about.
Yeah.
I just don't want anybody getting bit.
Yeah, absolutely.
I've called everybody.
Who all did you
I
call?
called the Fairbanks Police, I called the wildlife troopers, I called Fish and Game. I went on the wildlife website and ended up in Wasilla.
There's a rabbit, but he doesn't look hurt.
Right. Lighter colored, more whitish than him.
Huh. Well, if you see him again, you know, give us a call.
Yeah, we'll do.
You know, we'll try to do the best we can. I mean, we don't.
Yeah, well, like I said, I didn't want to dial 911 for it. I mean,
Right.
habit.
You know, today is strange. It started out strange, and I think it's going to end strange. And it's just one of those days where I think we're going to continue to receive calls that are somewhat odd. That's what I'm thinking is going to happen today.
315 miles south in the Matsu Valley.
From 1B24 to 23.
It's early afternoon, and Trooper Jesse Darby arrives on scene at a roadside wreck.
NCSU 1B24, so we have next available 1051.
Trooper Christopher Green is already dealing with the aftermath.
She said she was turning left onto
I was at a dead
South Country. She was at a dead stop waiting. She said she signaled way prior to turning, and he reared her. Okay. Looks like your truck did okay, huh?
Yeah.
Luckily, no one was hurt. But with heavy traffic getting even more snarled,
Will your vehicle roll?
troopers must clear the road as quickly as possible.
We just try to push. It's a light car. There you go, brakes. Could have been worse. NCIC 1B24, clear to copy vehicle and drivers.
Just as troopers finish cleaning up the scene,
Reported a vehicle rollover. Seems to be a birch. Believe injuries.
1B24, 1019. You reporting the crash? Yeah. We're on our way, thanks. It's a rollover, possible injuries. We don't know anything else at this point. Typically in the summer, the crashes are worse because they involve higher speeds. It's literally right here. Two vehicles both rolled over. I haven't seen that very often. The second vehicle is going to be a Pontiac Grand Prix.
Darby joins Trooper Green on a chaotic scene with multiple injured parties.
He's okay. He's holding his weight up. He's talking to me.
Okay.
The driver of the truck is trapped inside his vehicle. alert and breathing, but unable to move.
This is on their way.
She's holding that diaper against his head.
The driver of the sedan was able to escape his vehicle, but is having trouble standing.
He's trying to get up.
Hang on just one second. I'll be right back with you guys.
Then, Trooper Darby recognizes one of the victims.
The one that's laying on the ground. It's my little cousin. Hang on just one second. I'll be right back with you guys. It's my little cousin, the one that's laying on the ground. Zach, it's Jesse, buddy. How you doing?
Hey, Jesse.
What hurts?
My back.
Your back?
The bottom of my legs.
Okay.
I don't think anything's broken. They're just telling me to be still.
Yeah, anytime your back's hurt, especially in a car crash, you gotta be real careful with it, okay? So the priority is gonna probably be the guy in the car. They're gonna probably try to get him out, and then we'll get to you, okay? I'm gonna go check on a couple other people, and I'll be back to check on you, all right?
Medics and fire crews soon arrive on scene and immediately begin extracting the driver from the truck.
Don't move, Zachary. We got you, okay?
Now, troopers turn their attention to investigating the crash.
Did you see what happened?
Kind of yes and no. All I saw was rollovers and a ball of dust.
You didn't see where a vehicle started or anything? Okay.
But tracking down a witness proves difficult.
I couldn't tell you who did what. They were already in the ditch.
Okay.
Finally, Trooper Darby discovers a woman who was only a few feet behind the collision.
What'd you see happen?
The truck was in front.
Okay.
The car was in back. And then I was right behind the car. The car, I don't know what his deal was. He kind of started swerving to the side of the road and then overcorrected and parked right into the back end of this truck and took them both out.
Your statement is going to go a long ways.
Fire crews quickly extract the driver from the overturned truck and rush him to the nearest hospital for possible head and neck injuries.
We're going to take you to the hospital, all right? Yeah.
Additional medics race to evacuate Trooper Darby's cousin,
Zach, how you doing?
My back's hurting a little bit.
but find himself short-handed.
Would you be able to go ahead?
Certainly.
I have no other medics around.
Okay.
Are you family?
It's my little cousin.
Okay. We're gonna log roll him.
Okay.
Zachary, this is gonna hurt just a little bit, okay? I'm not gonna lie, bud. Okay, ready? 1, 2.
Come on, Zach. How you doing, bud?
I'm good.
You okay?
All signs of major back injury are negative, but medics transport him to Matsu Regional Hospital as a precautionary measure.
It was a little shocking, but it seemed like he was probably going to be okay at this point.
But the signs don't look so positive for the third victim.
1, 2, 3.
He's lapsing in and out of consciousness. So they take him to the nearest emergency room. Now, troopers must perform a full crash scene investigation to determine if they'll file any charges.
It appears like the driver of the car was swerving, weaving back and forth. He basically rear-ended the other car and sent them both careening into the ditch,
leaving both vehicles totaled. Although the accident sends his cousin to the hospital, Trooper Darby is relieved that no one is in critical condition.
It looked like it could have been a lot worse. Luckily, medics were pretty close and able to get everybody to where they needed to go.
170 miles away, outside the town of Cantwell, Wildlife Trooper Jim Ellison is headed deep into the backcountry to ensure local bear hunters are playing by the rules.
There is the perception that there's no law enforcement out there, so they can do what they want. So we're going to go check the stations for compliance.
Joining him on the journey is public safety technician Leo Farrow.
Okay, we're ready.
But getting there will require a rugged 10-mile ride through the heart of bear territory.
Up the trail here, there should be a bait station. Where you have a bait station, the bears are used to coming into that. So if there's any bears in the area, they'll be in this area here.
But after 5 miles of hard riding, troopers encounter an even tougher natural obstacle.
Pretty muddy. See if it'll get itself out.
Recent rains have turned the trail into a mud bog.
Nope.
And the troopers must take action.
We're gonna winch to that tree. Maybe.
If they can't free their ATV in this remote location, they may be forced to abandon their patrol and the $4,000 machine with it.
The nearest bait stations I know of on here are about 10 miles from the trailhead. We're not quite halfway. Nope. We're gonna winch to that tree. The nearest bait stations I know of on here are about 10 miles from the trailhead. We're not quite halfway.
Wildlife Trooper Jim Ellison and technician Leo Farrow are stuck deep in the backcountry on a routine patrol.
I'm underneath the surface is my problem. I'm gonna let it out a little bit. I'm out. Okay.
Further ahead, the trail doesn't get any easier. But after nearly 2 hours of dodging obstacles, troopers are rewarded for pushing through the mud.
There's a sign right here. Warning, black bear bait stations along this trail. These are probably the stations I'd heard about.
And this one's still fresh from a hunt.
Okay, they've been in here within the last week. There's tracks in here from just before the previous rain.
And the hunters left some unwelcome surprises.
The trash and stuff is new, which I am gonna have a talk with these guys about.
Deeper into the forest,
this is a meat pole. The hunters will put a pole up across 2 trees like this to hang their animal from. This one was just put up this spring. This isn't that old. And the cord's not even faded from weather. Right here, there's a rope burn. After they kill it, they'll field dress it and then they'll hang it to skin it. If this was a black bear, which I assume it probably was, they needed to take the meat with them to salvage the meat. So we'll look around here and see if we can find a carcass. As warm as it is, if there's a carcass out here, it'll be smelling, so it shouldn't be too hard to find if there is one.
Hunters face serious penalties for wasting a bear carcass, up to $10,000 in fines and possible jail time.
All this trash and everything all over, so there's a pretty good chance there'll be a larger violation.
Trooper Ellison follows his nose along a trail of evidence.
Here's some nylon gloves that somebody used to dress an animal with. They're fresh, they're from this spring. Here's some towels that they clean their hands with after they dress the animal. We'll look around here.
But a search of the area suggests these careless hunters at least had a respect for their kill.
It shows me that they took the meat, didn't leave it out here to waste. If we would have found a carcass, there would have been definitely an issue.
But they could still face citations for littering on public land, a crime that carries a maximum of $1,000 in fines.
If they don't clean it up by the end of the month, then it's going to be in violation.
Mission accomplished.
The more we get in the field and the more laws and regulations that we're enforcing, the more that people know that there's more of a chance that they're going to get checked. So they're going to think twice, no matter where they're at, before they break the law. In the back of their mind, they're going to wonder, where is he going to show up next?
Back north in Fairbanks, on Alaska's winding highways,
Chief 4310-8.
Trooper Alondre Johnson plays a special role in keeping the roads safe.
I guess in the business of doing state trooper work, I'm what they call a rare breed of trooper.
As a member of the Bureau of Highway Patrol, Johnson's patrol area is one of the largest, spanning hundreds of miles from Fairbanks to its outlying areas.
I'll end up doing patrol about 200 miles south of my current location. There could be as little as 1 or 2 other troopers on the road.
And out on Alaska's remote roadways, Trooper Johnson must brace for the unexpected.
There is no typical or common traffic stop. These things are high risk. You're stopping an unknown person, and you never know what that person has got going on inside that vehicle. You know, it's a distinct pedigree just to be able to conduct an entire workday chasing taillights, and so this is what I do.
And today's patrol is no different.
T-43 on the 36 at Old Chino Ridge. Hey, what's up, man? Any guns or firearms in this vehicle, brother? All right. I'm Trooper Johnson with the Bureau of Highway Patrol. The reason I stopped you, man, you blew the stop sign coming across Chino Pump there.
Sorry, I thought I came to this drive.
No, I mean, like, it wasn't even like a simple stop. All right. Hey, don't reach over there, man. Hey. Woo. Like, what do you normally keep the marijuana at in this car? I can smell it, and it's like the universal smell, you know, like that smell that everybody knows what marijuana smells like. And you make me feel like a freaking idiot when you try to act like I don't smell marijuana. Ooh, like, what do you normally keep the marijuana at in this car? I can smell it, and it's like the universal smell, you know, like that smell that everybody knows what marijuana smells like. And you make me feel like a freaking idiot when you try to act like I don't smell marijuana. So I like to give you as much dignity and respect as I possibly can. So I'd like to ask the question again. Where's the marijuana?
In under the seat.
All right, do me a favor. Is there a gun under there? Pass me that marijuana, man, so you can keep yourself out of trouble.
Can I get out?
Oh, turn the key off. All right, now where's the marijuana at?
It's under the seat.
All right, go ahead and step out, man. All right, now where's it at?
It's under the seat.
All right, let me see your hand, man, because you're acting a little flaky here. Now, have you been smoking it? Like, I can smell it all over you, dude.
No, I haven't been smoking.
All right, well, I can smell marijuana coming out of the vehicle, man, and you're acting kind of funny. Do you have any guns, firearms, anything like that on you?
Guns or firearms.
Okay, and you got nothing like that on you? All right. Do you mind if I search your car for this marijuana right here?
Yeah.
Well, let's walk back here, man. His movements in the car were kind of suspect. He was moving around to so many different locations. I needed to kind of get his hands under control.
But just as he begins the search,
What are you on conditions of release for? Possession of what?
a search of the vehicle retrieves a pipe and a small amount of marijuana. Enough to land this driver back in cuffs.
All right, man, so you know you're not supposed to possess any drugs, consume any drugs, and so you know that's a condition of your release, right?
Yes, sir.
All right, man, I'm gonna just do a quick pat-down cert on you now, lock these handcuffs in. Well, let's walk back here, man.
Johnson takes the driver in on allegations of breaking his conditions of release and misconduct involving a controlled substance. If found guilty, he could face up to $4,000 in fines and 6 months of jail time.
I could detect the odor of marijuana, and he did reveal that there was some marijuana inside the vehicle. So we're gonna get him transported over to Fairbanks Correctional Center.
On the other side of Fairbanks,
36, that's 10-4. I'm right behind 35, so we'll be getting there together.
Trooper Kamal Lay continues his 4th of July patrol.
We're headed to a transfer site here in North Pole. We got a report that there's a gentleman that actually causes a lot of problems at this transfer site. He's there very regularly, and today it sounds like he is harassing a female, and he has showed maybe his private parts to the female. He doesn't like us, and most of the time when he deals with us, he's very hostile towards us, so things can get ugly pretty quick. 10-4. Fairbanks 36, both units are 1023 now. We're looking for a yellow car. Yeah, there he is. Hey!
Yeah, I know it's kind of windy. Just wanted to see your hands there, brother. You're right here.
All right, you mind stepping out so we can talk to you real quick?
No, actually, I'd rather keep the camera on you. We can chat right here.
We got a report out here that you're causing some grief.
So you got a terrorist telephone attack against me,
well,
like you've been advised a dozen times, a decade straight. Checkmate. Listen, partner.
Hold on. Just do me a favor. We'll just work on just the questions I asked. You been hassling anybody today?
They're harassing me.
Okay, who's that? Who was it?
Whoever called you is a terrorist cell.
Hey, actually, it's not that complicated, and it happened just in the last few minutes. You don't know what might have happened in the last few minutes to bring us out here? I got a report that you're exposing yourself to people out here. Is that true?
Of course not. They always lie.
Why would
False
somebody say
accusation.
that? Why would somebody say that about you?
Evidently, you have not tuned into subversive tactics used by the enemy. Your concern should be for me.
national security emergency. Secure and protect me, the perimeter all around
Well, right
me.
now, you look pretty secure right now.
I am not. They're attacking me. They just sicked the cops on me with lies.
Here's the deal.
Yeah.
If we get called back out here again today for you behaving poorly with these other folks, we're going to arrest you for disorderly conduct, okay?
Once again, I have not exposed myself or harassed the public. It's lies.
Without enough evidence, troopers must let him go with a warning.
Do you have any questions for me?
I guess I'm only safe if I drive back to my house and park there. Oh, wait, no, I'm probably not safe there either, am I? Because they've sicked the cops on me there.
All right. You have yourself a good day. Have a good 4th of July, all right?
Catch a clue. I don't get good days. Terrorist attacked by you and the devil's crew.
All right, sir.
All right, sir. We'll let you get out of here and be safe,
all right,
okay?
Sir. All right, sir. Well, let's get you guys to paying attention to a damn thing. You and your whole crew.
545 miles southwest, at the mouth of the Yukon River, Trooper Bill Connors is en route to one of Alaska's smallest native settlements.
Hey, Mr. Connors.
Thanks for ordering the sunshine. We're heading to the village of Nunamiqua. We've got a report of a burglary / break-in at one of the native stores there. It has a population of 100 and some people, so whenever you get crimes like this impacting this small of a community, it's going to have a lot of effects. I'm going to go there and interview the store manager and see if we can find the suspects. Thanks for ordering the sunshine. We're heading to the village of Nunamiqua. We've got a report of a burglary / break-in at one of the native stores there. I'm going to go there and interview the store manager and see if we can find the suspects.
Nunamiqua sits at the southern edge of the Yukon-Kuskokwim Delta, where Alaska's longest river spills into the Bering Strait. It can only be reached by plane, boat, or snow machine.
Nunamiqua has a population of 100 and some people, so whenever you get crimes like this impacting this small of a community, it's going to have a lot of effects.
Out here, the law is particularly difficult to enforce.
The last village police officer we had here quit his job in 2010. Since then, we haven't had any active village police officers, tribal police officers, and of course, we don't really have a state trooper post. Hey, how's it going, Daryl? Good to see you, bud. Thank you, sir. Enjoy your day. Yeah, thanks.
Nunamiqua means the end of tundra in the local Yupik language, and for good reason.
It's a boardwalk community, except for some of the newer part of the village. As you can see, it's all delta. So the ground is always moving and the buildings are always settling. We get a lot of flooding here. The burials are done above ground. They just put them in containers and that's how the families conduct the services.
In the center of town sits the region's only store, just reopened after being shuttered for close to 6 years.
And it's already, since they've been open, had 2 burglaries. So we want to try and put a stop to it as fast as we can.
Just weeks ago, the vital source of food and supplies was ransacked.
We've got some obvious damage to the safe. Looks like someone took a blunt object and was pounding on it, trying to get it open. And we also have the, it's like a double pane window, sliding window busted.
About $200 coins was taken and about a little bit over $800 in cash.
Okay.
But if this continues,
I know, it's just gonna, I know, it's not gonna
down
happen.
the drain,
You're gonna close it? Yeah, I know. Do you know how they broke in? It was just a lock?
it was just a lock. I don't know how they opened it, but
Maybe somebody didn't lock it all the way. And you said that there was a couple of witnesses.
yes,
Okay. This won't take long. I know you're busy.
But the witness is nervous.
Tell me what you saw.
Late at night when my friends were walking in, we saw like a shadow and we got scared, so we ran that way.
Okay, and then what?
We wanted to see who was in the store, so we came back this way. We saw
How many people did you see?
two.
Okay, and who did you see? Okay. And did you see them right on the road out here?
Holding some groceries.
Okay, so they were holding groceries. About what time of night was it? Okay, so about midnight.
The witness's testimony is a solid lead, but it's not enough to make the arrest today. Trooper Connors will continue his investigation until this culprit is in cuffs.
I talked to the store manager and I explained to him the importance of, maybe trying to beef up his security a little bit and see if we can just do something to prevent easy access to some of these critical places within the village.
But his visit has been vital in keeping this cornerstone in the community open.
Some business that's trying to establish themselves after 6 years to help out the community so these people can save some money and not have to travel great distances to stock up on food. It really has a strong impact.
Back in Fairbanks, Trooper Alondre Johnson continues his busy patrol on Alaska's highways.
T-43, 1036. Hey, how's it going today, ma'am?
going all right?
Trooper Johnson with the Bureau of Highway Patrol. The reason I spoke to you, this is a posted 50-mile-an-hour zone, and you were cruising through at like 56 miles an hour.
Yeah, I know. I'm sorry. We're just
Okay.
It's been a hectic day.
All right, where you headed to now?
Home.
Okay, you have a valid driver's license, insurance, and registration?
I don't have a license.
Okay. What's the deal with your driver's license?
It's suspended.
Okay, what is this suspended for?
I got a DUI in December. Sorry, it's my mom. I'm going to tell her I'm getting arrested. Hello? I'm getting arrested, so I was speeding and I don't have a license, so I'm going to go to jail. Can you come bail me out? Okay, well, I'm ready.
Step out on that side over here. All right, do me a favor, turn around. Walk back here so we can get out of the road here. This is a 50-mile-an-hour zone, actually locked on radar at 56 miles an hour. Her driver's license is suspended for a prior DUI. She has to have an ignition interlock device on any vehicle that she drives. This one is not equipped with that. That'll be an additional charge for her as well. We'll stand by for somebody to respond for the vehicle, and then we'll transport her to Fairbanks Correctional Center.
Across town,
So Fairbanks Police Department contacted us for assistance. Looks like somebody was able to steal one of their unmarked patrol vehicles or an unmarked vehicle of some kind and then put it in the ditch.
after crashing the vehicle, the suspect fled into a densely wooded area. And now, troopers are on the hunt.
Right now, we're not sure if the guy has any weapons. FPD's got a good perimeter set up. We're going to go assist them with a canine unit, looking for a track, trying to locate him. We're going to work as an overwatch for Trooper Rollo and Canine Skippy. Sounds like he's actually still in handcuffs and slipping to the front, so that'll make it a little bit easier to find him.
On scene, Fairbanks PD holds their perimeter.
Is he still in cuffs?
Yeah.
Okay.
I mean, he could have made it out, but if he's cuffed, it's going to be hard to run.
To find their suspect, they'll need a specially trained nose. Canine noses can be 10 to 100,000 times more sensitive than a human's, giving troopers the edge in their pursuit.
I got you. Tell you what, I'll do my best to watch from nose to the right, and you nose to the left, okay?
But as troopers move further onto the trail, the dense woods make them vulnerable to their potentially armed suspect.
He's still in there. There's a lot of homeless camps. If he's able to get to one of them and pilferage through, maybe somebody's got a weapon in a bag. So if he's gotten a hold of a gun and he's in there waiting, he could be preparing to ambush folks if they get close. He was detained and ran, so if you go through all the effort to steal a police car, there's no saying what he might do.
It's up to Canine Skippy to lead the way.
What's that right in front of you? Is there anything back there?
Skippy's nose takes them to a nearby campsite with plenty of places to hide.
I just saw shiny silver, so. State troopers with a canine! Speak to me now, or you may be bit!
No response, so troopers push forward.
Let's just keep going that way. Fairbanks Police Department, you in the tent, speak to me now. Fairbanks Police Department, you in the tent, speak to me now.
Yep. I got you. State troopers, come out of the tent. Kick those.
State troopers.
After checking several other tents in the area,
Fairbanks Police, you in the tent, speak to us now.
Clear.
the site comes up clear.
Trooper coming out.
Troopers regroup along the perimeter.
So right now we're giving K9 Skippy a break. Brought in another K9 from FPD. They're going to continue the search.
I'm going to stage Skippy over on the other side in case they end up pushing him out the other side of the trees.
On the other end of the perimeter, Trooper Munson waits for FPD and their K9 to push through.
It's pretty deep. You can only really see back like 20, 30 feet.
Almost an hour has passed since the initial call, and the list of unknowns is growing.
Who's that?
Clear channel, we got movement.
Okay, we're moving.
State troopers with a K9.
Troopers and FPD line up for a full-scale sweep.
Come out now, or you may be bit. Units ready?
Skippy's a good K9. Pretty confident that he'll lead us to our man.
They make one final push.
Sun's going down, so definitely puts us a bit of disadvantage, but it's a good thing the dog can smell in the dark. This is gonna suck. They're crushing in front of you. I just don't want to get in front of the dog. Do they think back there? I got nothing up here anymore.
Troopers come out empty-handed, but they're not giving up.
The good news is now we know where he's not. Looks like now we're going to try some of the other track that went to the east instead of this to the west. Maybe he got away for now, but we'll find him later.
Four days later, a grueling search leads troopers to a nearby apartment building. Inside, K9 Skippy tracks down the suspect, buried in the closet under a futon mattress.
He did get the upper hand on us that night, but in the long run, can't run from the state troopers, and we found him.
If convicted on all charges,